we've been live for 30 seconds. See if we can get this to work. Okay. See if I can find. Yeah, there we go. No, I don't want to go to my. There we go. Actually went relatively quick. So we're going to adjust that a little bit. Nope, go back the way it was. Alright, I'm adjusting my camera on Twitch and on, or not Twitch, on TikTok. Alright. And they can see me. So the question is, how to get the cross points of the two cameras. There's so much streaming going on so many platforms all at the same time. I need to zoom out here. Move that out of the way. I can only kind of see what TikTok can see, but I can see the comments. So then I need to go to, how do I do this? Because when I go live, it'll go to my Facebook page, but then I gotta share it to my personal page. We have reviewed changes to your page, blah blah blah. Who cares? Am I not? Are we not live on Facebook? What is going on? No, I don't want to review changes. I want to see. For anyone watching, we're just testing shit right now, trying to figure out what's going on. We're going to make some chainmail here in a minute. But I don't see where I'm live. Yes, Facebook. I don't want to review any changes you've made. So back in the day, I used to stream a lot. And my computer crapped out on me. So I had to get some work done on that. And I actually had a whole entire drive die. Had to get that replaced. Get a new solid state drive put in. Okay, I'm doing something wrong here. Let's open up Streamlabs. See. We're live on Facebook. Nope, not those. Not those settings. There. Yeah, so I used to stream a lot, and then My computer took a crap. So I stopped for a long time, and I'm trying to get back into it, but like, oh, I gotta switch to the Mailworks profile, but why won't it show me? Yes, I want to use the page. Why won't it show me where I'm live if I'm not actually live? My page health is good. That doesn't tell me anything, Facebook. Alright, for anyone watching, I'm trying to find the live stream on my Facebook page. No, that's not what I want to do. No. This is absurd. Come on, I would like to get to work, please. Past lives. What about a current live? If I just... This is a pain in the ass. Why wouldn't... And here's the thing, I know it's working because in order for, like, Facebook is the platform that I log into in order to go live. So I'm live somewhere on Facebook, I just don't know where they moved it to. I see old videos of mine, old streams, I can see all of that. And I kind of need... Interesting, okay. Share. I found it. Yeah. No, I don't want to switch profiles. Huh, okay, so for some reason, for some reason it showed up on my personal profile. Which I should have figured that out a minute ago. Okay. Now I can hear myself through the computer. I don't want that. That's bad. Okay. Let's get going. See if anybody joins. So I've got this cube I'm working on here, right? And it's got two sides that are very stiff, and I was joking that I think it's more of a titanium block than it is a chainmail jelly cube. There's no rows missing or anything, but I think what happened is on one of these I put 3 rings instead of 2. As you can see, each ring is doubled up. Right, there's 2 rings through each of these, so I might have put 3 rings instead. How far away is TikTok? that they can see this. I gotta figure that out. Because I'm limited by my overhead camera. I might have to move that. I have like this much space to work in so that people on TikTok can see it and it can still get picked up by the overhead camera. And if you're watching on TikTok and you want to follow along, I'm on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook under my personal profile apparently. But YouTube and Twitch are all under Mailworks. So this is a site I was working on earlier. I think I was thinking about these rows that are just ridiculously stiff, right? I was thinking, what if I took them apart? What if I took them apart and rebuilt the whole thing, right? That would be crazy. It would be a ton of work. And I don't know if there is actually anything wrong. That's the fun part. So I don't know why my stream showed up on my... Hey Barb, how you doing? I don't know why my stream showed up on my personal page and not my... Ow, wow. I just stabbed myself. I don't know why I showed up on my I don't know why the stream showed up on my personal page and not my business page like normal. So I must have... That's why we're testing things. It's logged out. I'm logged out somewhere or not logged in somewhere correctly. Yeah, I've been missed. Oh, thank you. I have missed doing this. I've been down here working on stuff and it's like, okay, I've got most of my stuff back in order so that I can get my computer's working, my camera's working, my microphones are working, all my streaming platforms are working. How's this sound? I think I was going through YouTube and I was rewatching some older streams. And I know that I need a new microphone. But the sound was really garbage. Hey, John. You're actually home at your bench today? Nice. Yeah, we're testing. We're trying to figure out, does my computer actually work or not? Because there is been many a problem with it. So, and I've been busy doing a lot of work down here, and I'm like, it's fun to watch podcasts and whatnot while you're working. It's entertaining enough, but, you know, it is just me sitting down here by myself. So I was like, okay, let me figure this out and see if I can get this running again, because it's always fun. Sit here, hang out with people. I got a lot of got a lot of work to do, so I'm going to be down here for a while. Lately, I think I posted everything I made. A dice bag, a jelly cube, and like this Byzantine ringception piece. Just signed up for Crunchyroll, ran out of Netflix and Disney Plus shows that you're interested in, working on a 32-inch silver welded commission. Nice. Crunchyroll's like a streaming platform? You ran out of what Netflix and Disney Plus have to offer. I could not do that. I don't watch TV but once in a blue moon. I did spend a large portion of my summer playing Zelda. Crunchyroll's anime streaming cartoons and the like. Nice. I spent most of the summer playing Zelda, the Tears of the Kingdom, and that was a ton of fun. I gotta move this camera. I can't work like this. These conditions are too restricting. How's that look on TikTok? I think that's better. Zelda is your favorite? Hey, Jeep and Jamber. Okay, so something's wrong here. You see this portion above my head, right? The chat is supposed to show up in there. It doesn't work for TikTok, but it works for, it should be working for YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Hi, Wolf's Den Armory is here. Hey, bud. Hey, babe. So yeah, the chat is supposed to be appearing above my head so that everyone on every platform can see what people are commenting, right? And it's not working. So let me write this down. Fix chat box. In the meantime, we can, let's see if we can just there. I guess it's a little bit wider. Move your red thing out of the camera view so you won't get flagged. Oh yeah, lose the canisters. What canisters are we talking about? I'm assuming we're talking about the vape, but thank you for the like. I do appreciate it. Yeah, so there's supposed to be a chat box above my head. And it's supposed to be, once I get the capability of streaming on TikTok, it's supposed to be capturing the comments from all the platforms. I wasn't sure if it was working I wasn't sure if it would work when I set it up, and it's clearly not working, so we'll just turn it off right now. I didn't realize that having a vape or vaping on TikTok was a irredeemable offense, but that does not surprise me. So it streams while I weave, and how you make such large chains, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I usually just listen to podcasts and stuff, so as long as I've got noise going on, I can sit here by myself for quite a period of time. Oh, you also can't say it? Oops. Oh well. Can't say a lot of things. I don't know anything about the rules, so probably why I don't probably why I struggle. I should learn the rules. But anyway, how is everyone? How are all my friends? What are you guys up to this weekend? I'm currently working on this pastel anodized titanium block cube thing. And I've got I've got a lot of these titanium rings. And I'm 99% certain that I can try and anodize them and nothing is going to happen. We'll see. And if it doesn't work, right? So I have this tin, right? For those of you on TikTok and everywhere else. Tin. It's not a tin. I have this container full of old anodized aluminum, anodized titanium rings that didn't hold their color when they were bending. So I tried tumbling them to remove the color, and that didn't really work. So now I'm making a cube out of them just to use them up. So I'm going to try and anodize the cube when it's all put together. But if that doesn't work, I have another container of unanodized titanium, right? That I will try and I will put the unanodized titanium around this cube when it's all done and see if I can't get some color out of it. Hoping not to shock yourself again with this sparkle. Sucker hurts, I'll bet, yeah. Just better glasses arms from 1998 to fit your head. Nice. And working on your shirt and landscaping. That sounds fun. Full cube, then you're going to need some amps to push through that much without overheating the anodizer. Yeah, just saying by full cube you mean like just make a giant cube with all of the titanium? We'll see what happens. I don't need an excuse to buy bigger, more powerful equipment because I was just going to connect like 50 9-volt batteries together and do it that way. I don't know if that would work at all. I know it's theoretically possible, but I also don't need to go and buy the electric portion of anodizing titanium. If you're going to anodize the finished cube, surface area dictates the amount of juice needed to even anodize the surface. So what if I did it in layers? What if I just connect a bunch of 9 volts and just, you know, after I finish a layer, just anodize that one by one? Is that how I should be doing it? You've done it with the batteries and gotten up to 9 of them, got rechargeable, set it on 3 for nice blue. The wife loved it. I'm just curious, because this has been anodized before and a lot of the color's been removed, can it even be anodized again? I don't think so. Right? I don't think it's going to do much. It might change. If it works, right, it's not going to come back the same color, right? Whatever strength was used to get these different colors is going to dictate what rings are susceptible to being anodized again and which ones aren't. You can always anodize again. Keep a laser temp gun on hand. Have the battery set up on a burn-safe surface. Yeah, I'll do. This is something I'll have to do outside. I say that, but like safety third, and all. I'll probably do it like right here in front of my computer. Only reason it would not anodize is if residue or coating prevents surface oxidation. You know a lot more than me. I'm gonna take your word for it. But until it happens, I'm a man of little faith. Because that is not how I understood this process to work. I believe you. Wholeheartedly. Right? But I was led to believe that once it was anodized, it was very difficult to do it again. Like, you could change the color, but you couldn't, maybe I'm just misunderstanding what the person who I thought told me that has said. Colors based on volts, use 3 batteries, is 27 volts for blue. Too large a surface, the batteries try to give them too much juice at once. It causes them to heat up and can pop them. Oh, yeah, that's bad. Don't want to do that. We'll see. I will try to be as careful as possible. I want to, actually, I should send this off to Jen Zampetta, because she has the equipment. I don't think Steven is doing anything chainmail related nowadays. He has one too. You can use oven cleaner spray to remove the current anodizer, if you remember right. I would be impressed if oven cleaner spray can remove the current color. I tried a lot of stuff to remove all of the color off of these. Oh, excuse me. I'm dying. Excuse me. And I'm not unwilling to try oven cleaner, but I don't know if I have any. But that would be cool if I could. I don't know if it matters if I get all the color off or not. So if it's 50 volt anodized color and you wanted the 27 volt color, you need to strip and anodize from start. If you wanted a 97 volt lime, that's my understanding, right? So these are all different colors, right? Let's see if I can get this zoomed in here for you. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, man. Wow, that really went the wrong way. Okay, and we'll try and zoom in on this again. Okay, so there's greens, purples, blues, pinks, yellows, right? Just the whole spectrum of color, and they're kind of pastel and faded now because I was trying to get rid of the color. I was trying to strip it down. And I didn't want to use any kind of acidic process to get the color off. So, like the green ones, if I connected this and started to anodize it, right, like the green ones probably wouldn't take color, right? Like that's my understanding. Because there's already been so much voltage that was required to change their color in the first place. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Ah. There we go. I'm genuinely curious if it'll really work at all. We will see what happens. And we're a long way off from that point, so we'll probably explode some batteries in the process. Any place you have cleaned with your process will color, but it may end up being a gecko patched color effect too. And I'm fine with that, right? Because I think that I should just add all of the titanium onto this one cube and call it a day. Because when I was opening these rings initially, after I first got them, right? A lot of the ring goes gray. About a third of the ring goes gray when you open it. I was like, okay, I can't really use this. I don't want to use it. So I'm just using up these rings. And then these other titanium rings that were not anodized, these were the ones that had all the, just the nasty burrs on them. And I think I got rid of most of that when I was, when I throw them in the tumbler with that crushed coffee cup. Like, it worked pretty well. Made a huge mess, but it got the burrs off. TikTok stream was crashing hard. It's on my phone, and I have whoa. I have bad signal down here, which is why I want to get it to I want to get it so that my computer, which has a direct line to it, but TikTok says I have to have 10,000 followers before I can use any streaming services like Streamlabs, which is what I typically use, right? So that kind of makes sense, and my phone doesn't work well down here. Also, I doubt I'm connected to the Wi-Fi here in the basement. I bet that would change things. Probably not for the better. Let me check my phone. Nope, don't do that. Settings. Connections. Yeah, see, I'm connected to the Wi-Fi upstairs. I should have adjusted that before I... Let's see here. Alright. I think it's working. See what this looks like. I don't know. Okay, there it goes. We're back in business. So I changed to the Wi-Fi here in the basement. So I hope that helps for anyone following along on TikTok. But oh, okay. Wink for rust stain removal, anodizing, strip some, 10 to 15 seconds. Enjoy Optimascum and Craig the fan for welding. Enjoy your night. Alright, John, have a good night. Wink for rust stain removal to remove anodizing. John is such a tremendous fountain of information. Alright. Oh, my foot's numb. Okay. What time is it? 9. Man. I haven't actually been at this for an hour, but I kind of got here sometime around 8 o'clock, and then it took forever to set up. Then we found out the chat box wasn't working. On the wrong Wi-Fi. And we probably need a new microphone. So far, so good. I did get this like 65 questionnaire thing from TikTok the other day asking me about my live experience. I was like, it sucks because I can only use my phone. But I'm not as savvy a creator as some people. Like, it's fun to make little videos, but I'm good at connecting rings together Okay. And I'm not great at interesting content creation. Maybe with practice I will get there one day, but there are a lot of really funny creators out there, and I wish I had half their talent when it comes to creating content. But I'm really good at connecting rings together, so I will settle for that skill. I'm okay with that. Right. I don't know how many rings this cube is going to end up being, but it's going to be a lot. That cube I made, or the 2 cubes I made the other day, it's like 7,000 rings, and they were doubled up as well. The brass and bronze interlocking one, that was a cool project. I wish I'd finessed it a little better, but it came out okay. Well, the 1 cube ended up being half a row longer than the other cube, which is alright. If I were to do it again, I would make a false connection and just weave the 2 cubes together and just make it look like they were interconnected, because that would make the whole transition from 1 cube to the next really nice and smooth. But I'm going to take that idea and I'm going to put it on design. Speaking of designs, oh my gosh. Hey babe, how you doing? Speaking of designs, right? I did upgrade my computer, and I was running the design software the other day, and the project I'm currently working on has just way too much involved. Way too much geometry for my computer to handle. So I've got to figure out how to do composites and how to work in layers in order to get the design done, because otherwise I would have to buy another computer. I need to buy another computer anyway. A larger, faster, stronger, better, prettier computer. But that's not going to happen for a long time. So I need to learn how to use what I have to get this design done. But it's so large now that trying to work on it just bogs down my computer. Something horrible. So I've got to figure that out. Yeah, it says, okay, so it's 9:12, and it says I've been live for 40 minutes, so that's not too terrible. It's just a little over half an hour. That makes more sense. I didn't think we'd been on for an hour. Okay. What is Pretzel Rock playing? This is always a fun time. Letting Pretzel Rock decide on what you're doing. Or on what music you're listening to. I just put it on the Surprise Me channel and let it go. So here. All right. I want to get... So you see all the big streamers and they have like fancy lighting in the background? I need some RGB LEDs to throw on the sound absorption pads behind me. Get like some flames going, you know? Whenever someone comments, just get some flames that spurt out from some kind of indoor safe fireworks display. Maybe we'll get fake flames. Dang it, Bobby. So I don't worry too much about the closures of these rings because, well, they're all going to be on the inside of the cube, right? But also, like, I'll know if I did a crappy job. I'll know if there's a shittily closed ring on the inside of this cube that no one will ever see. So I do want them to be good closures. So what else is going on? Got this titanium here. I have some more brass and bronze rings. They're the rings I used for the interlocking cubes were 22 gauge 1/8, and I have some. The rings I used for the interlocking cubes were 20 gauge 1/8, and I have some 22 gauge 1/8 rings right here. Why is my son banging on the floor? I'll have to go upstairs and beat him. Yeah, I have some 22 gauge 1/8 rings, and I want to make like some round mail rings and weave them together so that I have another like ringception piece out of brass and bronze. I think that would be fun. But they're very, very small, and my eyesight is not what it used to be. I was trying to work with them the other day, and I got really irritated within like 10 minutes. I was like, these are just too much of a pain in the butt to work with. But I've got the titanium and then the brass and bronze right here. Then I have this. I was playing with this the other day. Right? And for those on TikTok, this is just one long strand of full Persian, just wrapped around itself over and over and over again. And I think I'm just going to make like a wreath kind of deal out of it. I've got a lot more of this size rings, and I have no idea what to do with them. I could make individual like rings out of the full Persian and weave those together somehow. I can just make one long strand of full Persian like I'm doing here and wrap it around itself until it's all just one thick chain like that. So I've got that to work on. That's 3. And then 1, 2. I don't know. 3 or 4 other ring sizes and materials to work with that I don't 100% know what they are, that I need to finish up using before I order new rings. But that's all like all the small rings I have that I don't have any particular project for. I have some larger projects. The saddlebags on my Harley are going to get a makeover. So now that fall's coming, I'm going to be taking the saddlebags off, bringing them down here, clearing off a spot for them to be worked on. Come on. I think I'm going to punch some eyelets, punch some holes for some eyelets, and connect them to the saddle, connect some chainmail to the saddlebags that way. I think that'd be cool. I gotta figure out. So Streamlabs has the option to stream vertically and horizontally now at the same time. So I can stream to YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook while also streaming to TikTok. I just gotta get to a point where TikTok allows me to use its platform. It gives me a stream key. And then I will have it all set up in Streamlabs, and I'll figure out the chat box, and then everyone can talk to each other on all these platforms. I just gotta. The problem is, like, every 5 minutes, I'm having to learn a new feature or how to do something technological. And that's always fun, because I'm about as sharp as a box of marbles, and it just takes me a while to work through everything to figure out how to get it to work. I need a tech person, because I'm not as tech savvy as I need to be. Oh, and I still have to finish my Finnegan's Wake flag, so that's gonna be a long project for the winter, I think. Come on. I think I'd know how to weave rings by now, but apparently not. Some of these want to cooperate and some of these do not. Where are we at here? Okay. Oh, I totally forgot to make my son sit down and read his book tonight. Time is it? It's 9:23. He'd probably lose his mind if I went upstairs and told him that he needed to read right now. I really don't feel like fighting with him. For some reason he doesn't like to be like he's not interested in reading because he's never found any value in it, because he's not entertained by it, right? Because he plays video games and plays on his phone and whatnot. And if I take those away, then he's super annoying. But in general, he's a good kid, so I don't really have a reason to take those away, aside from to be, like, just mean, you know? So, every time it comes for reading time, he just has been losing his little mind lately. And it's like, dude, this is not like, you are not dying. Ain't no one hurting you. There is no sense in getting this worked up about it. And I know if I went up there right now, he'd lose his shit. And he'd ruin my night and his night and the neighbor's night. And it's like, it's just a really bad reaction to, come on. It's really a bad reaction to having to read a book. And I wish that wasn't the case, but we're going to go this weekend and get him 3 more books. He's got to read 3 more books for the quarter, and then we're supposed to be doing like 5 books a quarter or something, so got to take him to the Barnes & Noble down the road or the library or something. Okay. These rows, right? Like we're well over 100 rings for each row, and this is only 6 rows wide so far. So each row is taking forever. I don't remember the calculation to figure out how many rings are in each cube, but these are that and then doubled. So they're ridiculous. Let's see here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 56, 84. It's going to be 112. It's going to be almost 140 rings for this one row. So, but whatever, you know, like I'm just sitting here weaving rings in my basement, and I can't use these rings really for anything constructive. So I'm using them up to make something nice, and hopefully that will be the end of it. I won't feel bad about having all these rings down here that I can use for stuff that I really can't use. Good Lord. And I will feel better about just not having such a mess down here, you know? If I can get through the mess, then I can really get to some projects that I'd like to try. Like, I don't know. I would like to try some riveted mail. Like, I really want to try that. I think that would be super cool. I do have a co-project. Not a co-project. That involves, it's a project for someone else that involves another, that involves my ring welder. I'm going to take some solid rings and some butted rings, and then make some welded chainmail using solid rings and butted rings, and he's gonna fire some arrows at it. And we'll see how that goes. Oh, my eyeball. All right. And at some point, I don't want to wait too much longer, but at some point I do have to go and finish Tears of the Kingdom. I've gotten almost all the costumes. I've been going through and upgrading all of them. Like if you don't play Zelda or any of the Zelda franchise games because you're an adult, I understand. But you're really missing out. It's a great game. I really enjoyed this one. I haven't had this much fun since Ocarina of Time. My nephew tells me that Breath of the Wild was pretty good, but I didn't get the opportunity to play that one. And before that I played Twilight Princess. I never played Majora's Mask. And before that I played Ocarina of Time. And then before that I played, the original Zelda. But yeah, Tears of the Kingdom was amazing. And I have to go and fight the Demon King. So, which I think I've been ready to do for a while, but I've got almost all the costumes and the armor sets, and I've been running around and leveling them all up to their max stats and whatnot, so I got a lot more of that to do. And it's kind of cool to do because, like, for one suit of armor, I had to go fight this Lynel creature, which is like a lion centaur creature it was really hard to beat at first, but now that I've fought them so many times, it's a lot less intimidating now. Right? Of course, when I first started out and I had 4 hearts and I got one hit by them, I'd die immediately. But now got max hearts. And I can fight them off bravely and take all their loot and level up my armor. And whereas before, earlier on in the game, I would just avoid them completely. Right? So having to collect their horns or their hooves or whatever, leveling up the costumes and the armor makes you go and confront all these kind of mid-level bosses style creatures. And I'm glad that they make you do that, because most of the time, I wasn't going to go fight these creatures. I was going to avoid them if I didn't have to fight them, So then I was reading something that Nintendo's not going to stick with the current universe that Zelda is in. They're going to... Because Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom were completed in the same world. Like, Tears of the Kingdom was a direct sequel to Breath of the Wild. Jim Jeremiah, my all-time favorite Zelda game is Twilight Princess. That's what made me want to start Chainmail in the first place. Nice. Here. I can get this all on camera. That's my Twilight Princess lunchbox. I don't remember where I got this from. But I don't think that was on the Wii. I didn't get as far as on that one. I think that if I played it on the Switch, I would play it a lot more. Because for some reason, I did not adapt to the Wii platform at all. It was not... I was not happy with it, so... And then I didn't play... Like, we got my son a Switch a long time ago. I think he was 4. And he get whatever the Mario game is on Switch. Like, he beat that in, like, 2 months. When he was real little. So, he's been playing that for forever. And I had never played it. But I got Tears of the Kingdom from Renee. And I started playing it hooked up to the TV. And that's when it was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I don't like playing it on the handheld console very much, but... So I think if I get... I think you can get Twilight Princess and Breath of the Wild on the Switch. But I've got to beat a few more games. Or at least invest some time into a few more games on the PlayStation. Because I have the PlayStation... What, like... I'm in the PlayStation Club, where you get, you know, access to a bunch of games for $120 a year or something. So I need to use that, really, before I can justify spending another $100 a year to join the Nintendo Club. As far as you know, Twilight Princess is not on Switch. Oh, that's lame. That's okay. I have a Wii. I can go back and play it on that. Let's just... I'm not the biggest fan of the Wii. You have it on Wii and Wii U. It's easier to control on Wii U. Yeah. Hi, Sherry. I missed you too. How are you? Yeah, haven't been streaming in a while. It's nice to see some people pop in and say hi. Say Twilight Princess is on GameCube as well. I have never played a GameCube. Come on. I could have sworn it was on the Switch. Like you join the Nintendo Club for their annual $100 or whatever, and then I thought almost all of the Zelda games were retrofitted for the Switch. I could be very wrong, though. I'm not a part of that club, so... Yeah, definitely need to, here, I need to play God of War 3, I need to finish God of War 2, play God of War 3, and then play, God of War, whatever the latest one was. Because that's what I bought the PlayStation for, the God of War franchise, and just to play Final Fantasy VII again. And I joined the PlayStation Club and got access to all the games. And then I got I got Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and I've barely touched the PlayStation since, so I don't want to have a $120 charge every year, you know, just to not have played on my PlayStation at all, you know what I mean? That seems, I mean, it's what, $12 a month? Not the end of the world, but I have been working downstairs in the basement a lot, so I have not been gaming. It's the whole reason why I haven't beaten Tears of the Kingdom yet. I'm almost there. Fakreje, what's up, Fakreje? I've known Fakreje for a really long time, almost 20 years now. He is over on TikTok. Let's see, what's he doing? Yeah, he's over on TikTok, and he's like Jeremiah the Bullfrog. You know, he was a good friend of mine, and I am actually quite proud of him. He has done quite well in his career. It's always awesome to see people get out of the military and then just do really well for themselves. Because, to be quite frank, a lot of people don't. They do not leave the military with much to their name beyond the paperwork that says that they were in the military. Oh my gosh. I got fortunate in that I got a job that gave me a license that I could use when I got out of the military. And now I'm even more fortunate in that I don't even use that for anything anymore. You were glitching. Good to see you, brother. Glad to see you still making amazing pieces of art. Thank you, man. I do appreciate you. Yeah, I've got to fix the internet down in my basement. I need to be streaming on TikTok from my computer. And not from my phone, because the service is not good enough down here to use my phone, which is fine. It is what it is. Oh, Renee didn't get Final Jeopardy. Sorry, babe. I never get Final Jeopardy because I am slow. And for anyone just tuning in, I am streaming on multiple platforms right now. We got comments coming in from Twitch, Facebook, and TikTok all at the same time. And someday I will figure out how to throw that up in on the screen so that everyone can see it. Just in case you weren't here when I mentioned that I was going to do that previously. But it is working, right? Like I am streaming. People are showing up. And I've got, you know, I'm getting work done. That's the important thing. It's getting work done. And it's really important, especially coming up this winter, because if you're not in Wisconsin, right, don't come here. That's about the best advice you'll ever get out of me. It's very cold during the winter months, and very dark and very depressing. And so I plan on avoiding that by doing all my chainmail projects. over the winter. I'm hoping to stream and knock them all out. And I'm not going to stay dedicated to a stream time this time around. I will try to create a consistent schedule. All right, that row is done. All right. I will try to stream to a consistent schedule. I'm working on a cube. So let's see here. So it's kind of a misshapen cube right now. And I don't know why that is, but like this bottom half here is super stiff and then it loosened up as I went along. So it's just a cube out of anodized titanium, but the anodization didn't work out well enough for me to use it in like a jewelry piece or something. So we're using up all the titanium and making a cube out of it, and then we're going to try and anodize the whole thing after that. So all right, and I did go live instead of make a video today, right? So I'm trying to post something, one thing a day, and I need to take it to posting on all my social medias. I've just been posting to TikTok lately because I've never used Instagram very much. And I loathe Facebook for the most part. I don't like using it. It's a pain in the ass. Love the beard, by the way. Can't grow mine very long because of surgery. Yeah, for those of you, it's getting there. We are. I'm just, I'm growing it out because it irritates Renee. I'm just kidding. Growing out the beard because I don't have anything else to do. It's coming quite nicely. This is the longest I've ever had it. In November, so it's 23 months for me to have grown it this long. In November, it will have been 2 years. Since I have trimmed it or done anything to it. And I'm just going to keep growing it because I can. All right. Instagram and I don't like each other. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of Instagram. I don't. It's owned by Meta or Facebook, right? Which, fine, whatever. But they both platforms have this issue where you'll get followers and they'll follow you, and then your followers will never see you ever again. Right? So I go on Facebook and every other post is an ad for something, which I understand, you gotta advertise to sell your products, but it's never anything I want. So I think I can count on one hand the number of things I've bought off of social media, and most of them were not for me. But I definitely do enjoy TikTok. Though a lot of people who have followed me on there have seen me the one time and then never seen me again as well. So that's why I put most of my effort there. TikTok keeps trying to get me to set up a TikTok shop, and it's like, I've tried to integrate my store with other platforms like Facebook and Instagram and Etsy. And what ends up happening is that I spend all my time trying to make my shop on those platforms look good. And there's always some error coming up that I don't know how to deal with. And this happened so much for such a long period of time that I got fed up with all three of them, and I removed my shops off of there, and I just kept it simple and kept it to, my one website. So, it's like I really don't want to put anything. I'm out, bro. So glad I got to see you. Talk to you. Don't stop. You're awesome. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. I love you, and I will talk to you later, man. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah, I don't want to integrate my store with anything else. Just want to say, hey, yo, I do this thing, and it's on my website. Check it out. You know what I mean? Well, I want it that simple. Got an email from TikTok about shop. I agree. Even things that are supposed to be able to streamlessly integrate are not so streamless. No, they're not. No, they're not. I'm glad that some people are able to make it work for them. And I see a lot of stuff that I've seen on other platforms, and I know that people are like mass selling stuff, which is fine, whatever. And so I haven't delved into anything on the TikTok shop. But I think that you can add like their products. And so I might be willing to do that, right? If I'm selling something of theirs. But I think that would be, a whole lot easier than trying to integrate anything of mine. Or they start seamless and they stop talking to each other. Your website and say Facebook, and now it's no longer easy. Yeah, no, that's happened. That happened hundreds of times. It's like you're re-logging in to your platform through Facebook or whatever. It's like, yes, let me get the 6-digit verification code. Yes, Facebook has my permission to do this, and yada yada. Yeah, it's just a headache. And it wasn't worth it to me. And then it's like, oh, make a Facebook shop or Instagram shop, and we'll, promote your stuff more. No, they won't. My level of traffic has never changed. Yeah. It's almost 10 o'clock. Holy cow. I think Etsy was the worst one. Not because it connected or disconnected or anything, but because they had a lot of very minute details that you had to go in and adjust. And there was like 20 of them on each project or on each product, right? So I'd go and I'd update everything and get it all smoothed out, and then the platforms would stop talking to each other, and I'd have to go back in and redo everything, and it just made me want to tear my hair out. So I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not integrating anything anymore. I'm just, website that way, That's all I do on the internet anymore. I'm what are those things called? The flapping arm, flailing balloon man character. Flailing balloon man, you know, the... I hope you guys enjoyed that impression. Ow, come on, give me... Urgh. You're just glad you're not the only one who doesn't like it? Yeah. No, it's just like it just gets time consuming and frustrating. It's like it's not worth it. Like I'm working more on getting these two platforms to talk to each other than I am on my own store. So Jeremy Paul, what's going on, man? How you doing? We were just talking about integrating websites with major social media platforms and how it's a giant pain in the ass. You just got done playing D&D. Right on. I do not play Dungeons and Dragons. You would think I would, but I don't. I have attempted playing. But I am not good. Tabletop games and anyone I've ever played them with, I couldn't do it. Well, what else was there? There was something else. Dungeons and Dragons and something else. Oh, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Like, you'd think I'd really like Game of Thrones, but no, I don't. How's the Titanium coming along? It's coming along. It's still got this wonky shape to it. It's like wider at the bottom and narrower at the top, and I don't know if you can see that. It's a little funky. You don't play video games at all? Oh, we just got through a big discussion about playing video games. Zelda, specifically. I think my parents ruined tabletop games for me. Because, slight inner diameter shrinkage. I think, here's my theory, right? I think that these rings are all doubled. And I think that on more than one place, there are 3 rings in there, causing this to just not have the room. They're just taking up all the slack. I think that's what happened, is that instead of 2, I put 3, and it just, I'm not going to take it apart to find out whether that's correct or not, you know, but it also might be a slightly inner diameter shrinkage because these are all titanium rings. They're all anodized, and they shouldn't be varying diameters, but it's not like they were all coiled and cut at the same time. So I'm just going to weave everything together, and then whatever comes out is going to be called a finished product, whether it looks good or not, because the whole point of this is to use up these rings into something quasi-functional. But yeah. Cannot, my parents, my mother and my stepfather, used to play a game called The Farming Game with my grandparents, and me and the other children would be playing Legos or playing in the yard or something, and they would play The Farming Game for 7 or 8 hours, or they would be playing Pinochle for 7 or 8 hours, or multiple games of Monopoly in one night. I got dragged into several games of each of these, and yeah, I'd rather lose a digit than sit down and play Monopoly over again. I'll do it because I love my son. I will play games with him, but that's it. Your parents in Pinochle? Yeah. They had all the card games. They had Pinochle, Rummy, not Euchre. What is the other one? There's one more I can't think of. You could marathon play D&D. Nice. Hey, if it's your thing, it's your thing. Right? About the closest I got to... It's okay, let me put it this way. I'm not, anti Dungeons and Dragons at all. I just won't sit down and play the game. Right? Not something I'm willing to do. I have been to the Gary Gygax Memorial in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And it's a tile next to a fountain with a 20-sided die on it and a dragon. I got a picture of it somewhere. Pretty cool. They also have part of their museum out there dedicated to Gary Gygax and Dungeons and Dragons. And when we go out there again, we will go to that portion of the museum because it wasn't finished the last time we were out there because there was some legal battle with his ex-wife, former wife, sister wife, I'm not sure what, So, but they finally got the legal permission to put up a little Gary Gygax section in the museum there, so we'll be going out and seeing that at some point. It's only an hour away. Your dad was in the military, so I feel like that's all they ever did on base. Ooh. We do need another date weekend? Yeah. Yeah, let's go to Lake Geneva and go to the museum. We can just pass through, though. We don't have to stop in Lake Geneva. We can... Also, Lake Geneva is supposed to have this fantasy-themed restaurant, kind of like a medieval-style tavern restaurant being built. I don't know what the status is of that, but that would also be very cool. So that is the closest I've come. I bought my first set of, it's a 7-piece die set the other day for a dice bag I made. And that's as close as I've come to doing anything related to tabletop gaming or playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's just not, I could never... I'd rather connect rings together. So, but everybody's got their thing, and don't feel like I'm knocking you in any way. I don't want you to feel like that. I hope you enjoy the things which you enjoy. Where are we at here? Ow. But my parents, yeah, they played all these games for hours straight, and it's like, oh my god, I can't do it, man. Can't do it. But I can sit here and connect thousands of tiny rings together for hours at a time. Where are we at? Oh, we are at 10 o'clock. Okay, let me finish this row. It is 10 o'clock. I do have to yell at my son to go to bed. I'm going to go wind down, prep the coffee. Maybe I could plan a date night for your birthday. Okay. Same. You could chainmail for days. Nice. Yeah, I've got enough different projects down here that if I get bored of one, I can just move on to the next one. And I have some leather projects that I need to work on too. So I'm I'm busy. I'm occupied. I don't need something else to do. I've got too much to do down here. I do need to go and finish Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, though, at some point, because I didn't go through the whole game not to beat it. Come here. During meetings while you play D&D while you watch TV? Nice. That's the way to do it. And you said you don't play video games, so you haven't played Baldur's Gate 3. I'm told that's very D&D-esque. Haven't played it. Not quite sure if I want to. But I have heard good things. No, but you want to play it? Okay. It is D&D based, yeah. I mean, I hear people say that, but I only have a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not vestibular, tangential understanding of what that means. I only have a slight understanding of what that means. Vestibular. Where did that word come from? That's your ear, right? Or is vestibule? It's like a vehicle. Something that is transported by something. Anyway, not important. If you have a PS4, so you don't have a console that will play it and your computer isn't strong enough to run. Man, speaking of computers that aren't strong enough to play games, I'm looking at one that isn't strong enough to do the things I need it to do. And, yeah. Definitely need to figure out how to upgrade my computer. Or definitely need to get an upgraded computer. There are some techniques I'm supposedly capable of doing. I've come upon a roadblock and now I need to learn a new skill. And it's a technical software skill, so I got to figure out how to do that. And then I think that I can do what I want to do. So we'll see, maybe. And that way I won't have to upgrade my computer quite as soon as I would otherwise. Ow, wow. I just stabbed myself in the palm. Did we draw blood? No. Okay. Don't have the money to upgrade just yet. Yeah, me either. Me either. Trying to be on the internet, wave my arms like one of those flappy arm flailing balloon man kind of people, and pointing people to my website. And one day I will make enough sales to have enough money to upgrade. All right. Even at just 6 rings wide, right? We're getting, it's what did we count up earlier? 140 rings per row. Come on. So you'd think, oh, you'll run out of rings quick and this won't take much longer. But no. No, we have lots of titanium rings that we need to throw into this project. So, yeah. I don't think it's going to go quick at all. I'm thinking, so here, how many days have I been at this? Part of a week now. All right. Where are we at here? Okay, guys, this is where we're at. We're starting a new row there. All right, and you can kind of see it up top there. And it's coming along. It's going to be 6 rows wide by 6 rows wide here once I finish this side. But that will have to wait. I'm going to have to call it a night. I do appreciate everyone hanging out. Please do go check out mailworks.com, and if you're interested in learning more about chainmail, go to my Linktree or on my website. There's links to the Mailworks app where you can find all kinds of resources for learning how to make chainmail, artists that make chainmail, suppliers that make chainmail rings like the ones I'm working with right now. And you too can learn how to make really super cool chainmail-y stuff. And then have people on the internet tell you that that's not real chainmail. It's loads of fun. Alright, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'm going to be ending this, and you guys all have a wonderful night. It's good to see you too.